Doug Kobos, a Decagon research scientist, starts with a simple installation of a single soil moisture sensor at a shallow depth. He digs a hole to the target depth, then pushes the sensor horizontally into a sidewall. The sensor is oriented vertically with one prong above the other, and is pushed into undisturbed soil all the way to the overmolding. Deeper installations are a bit more challenging and require more tools. These are the tools Doug will use: a shovel, a bucket auger, a homemade installation tool, the Archer ruggedized computer, ProCheck, a mounting stake, measuring tape, and some zip ties. This is one of our homemade installation tools. These tools can be made of either aluminum or PVC. The notch in the pipe should be tight enough to prevent the sensor from wiggling too much, but must be loose enough to allow the sensor to slide in and out freely. Otherwise, the sensor will be pulled out of the soil when you remove the tool. The goals of this installation are to measure soil moisture in the profile at depths of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 feet. Doug starts the installation by digging a trench about 18 inches deep, 1 foot wide, and about 3 feet long. Since Doug wants to make sure that the site after installation resembles the site before installation, he puts the vegetation off to the side to make sure he can replace it at the end of the day. The first sensor Doug installs goes into the sidewall at 12 inches depth, as we saw earlier. Doug then uses the auger to dig a flat-bottomed hole 2 feet deep, and then augers separate holes for every additional depth. Robin Haight, our production manager, helps Doug thread the cable through the insertion tool. The sensor is secured inside the insertion tool, and the sensor cap is removed. Doug carefully slides the insertion tool into the augered hole. And then gently pushes the sensor into the bottom of the hole, minimizing lateral movement. Doug wants to make sure all sensors are working before he refills the holes into the trench, so he uses the ProCheck to make sure the sensor readings look good. Robin continues to monitor the sensor with the ProCheck, while Doug removes